Ma'am, you need to leave. Anywhere but here.
We've got fire on every cord coming off of Windsor Green.
It's been a tremendous amount of change since March 16th, the day of the fire, to where we are today, 3 months later. The first day that you're on site and you're working with the homeowners and they're just finding out about their place, it's such a devastating process for these folks. At A&I, the key for us is showing compassion. As of today, we've started framing our sixth building. We're about to start our rough ends, started doing the plumbing, mechanical and electrical work. Once we do finish all the framing on those initial 6 buildings, we'll start our next 6. But we feel very positive about where we are today compared to where we were 3 months ago.
This Windsor Green Update was brought to you by A&I. For more information, visit carolinalive.com. And now for a Windsor Green Update, brought to you by A&I Fire and Water Restoration.
As of today, we're very pleased with where we are today in the progress here at Windsor Green 1 and 2. We have 15 buildings that have already been framed. You know, we're working in rows of 6 buildings at a time, and so the initial 6 buildings that were framed are now, they have all the mechanicals that are complete. They also have vinyl siding that is going on, and once that vinyl siding is complete on the initial 6, we'll begin putting the vinyl siding on the next 6. But the response has been very positive so far about the progress that we've made. The folks seem to be very receptive to what we're doing and keeping them up to date with the progress. So again, very, very excited. We really want to compliment all the people that have been involved in this process, you know, from the folks in our A&I office to our trade partners that have helped us out with the reconstruction. Everybody's put forth a diligent effort just to make sure this process goes smoothly, and you know, so far we feel very comfortable where we are.
This Windsor Green Update was brought to you by A&I. For more information, visit carolinalive.com. And now for a Windsor Green Update, brought to you by A&I Fire and Water Restoration.
It was so quick, and I've never been through this before, never want to again, but when it happened, in my head, I kept saying, you know what, you're gonna go back in. Then when I saw the whole back porch up in flames, I knew I wasn't going back in. And it just was try to get out. We just tried to save the cats and just get out. I had no time to grab anything. Then once we found out A&I definitely got the job here, I really knew we were gonna be in good hands with them. I mean, it really, and everybody has been wonderful. Their workers, they work so hard. We watch them till 8 o'clock at night working. So we're just very happy. We're looking out and we see buildings again. It came back to life. New chapter. That's what, you know, we're looking forward to.
This Windsor Green Update was brought to you by A&I. For more information, visit carolinalive.com. And now for a Windsor Green Update, brought to you by A&I Fire and Water Restoration.
Today kind of marks close to the 60th day of the first day of construction. We're very pleased with where we are today. We have 26 buildings under construction. 22 of those are currently have a roof on them. So we're just extremely pleased with the process. The support that we've received from our A&I employees to our trade partners has been nothing short of magnificent. The feedback we've received from the homeowners has all been positive. Everyone's excited. They can kind of see new life and what's coming back. And so again, if you look back 60 days where we were with just 26 slabs and now having 26 buildings under construction, it's exciting. We feel like we're definitely on track with our schedule, if not ahead. By the end of the year, we feel like all these homeowners are going to have a place to move back into, and 2014 is just going to be a very exciting year for everybody.
This Windsor Green Update was brought to you by A&I. For more information, visit carolinalive.com. And now for a Windsor Green Update, brought to you by A&I Fire and Water Restoration.
I was cleaning. I had everything closed up.
And went in and saw my wife, told her she didn't know what was going on.
He walked in and he says, you know what, there's some smoke in the back of the complex.
She went down to where the fire was along the woods line. I drove my car down 3 blocks down and saw how bad the fire was.
It was just chaotic. It was chaotic.
Tell me a little bit about the process of the rebuild.
I am just amazed. Every time I come out here, I'm totally amazed how much they've accomplished in such a short period of time. They've been really helpful, just very nice people to deal with.
We did some upgrades and they were right on it. We needed anything that was out of place, they took care of it immediately. And the buildings are built better than they were at the beginning.
I'm very happy.
This Windsor Green Update was brought to you by A&I. For more information, visit carolinalive.com. And now for a Windsor Green Update, brought to you by A&I Fire and Water Restoration.
As of today, we have 26 buildings that are under construction, all under rooftop. When we first started the progress, we were working in rows of 6. The first 6 buildings that we started initially so many months ago, we started the interior finishes now. So we're installing cabinets, installing flooring, and they just really look amazing. Our exterior trim package has started. We're working on the screened-in porches. We're also putting up the exterior handrails. And so just a whole new life is beginning, and the buildings just look phenomenal. When we initially started this progress, our timeline was sometime in January. We are happy to say that we are ahead of schedule right now, and looking like at the end of December, we are going to be finished and having everybody move back in. All the feedback from the residents has been extremely positive. It's going to be a great holiday for everyone here at Windsor Green, and a great holiday for us at A&I. We're just excited to get people back in home as quickly as possible.
This Windsor Green Update was brought to you by A&I. For more information, visit carolinalive.com. And now for a Windsor Green Update, brought to you by A&I Fire and Water Restoration.
We're really excited about the progress to date here at Windsor Green. A lot of different moving parts now between all the different buildings. We're happy to report that we are having our substantially complete inspection done on the first few buildings that were built. And so this is going to allow us the next step in the process. We've also reached out to several of the homeowners in those initial buildings that were built, contacted them, letting them know we wanted to schedule a walkthrough with them. And again, it's just a great step moving forward in the process. We feel very good about where we are to date, and we definitely feel like we're still on schedule. So a lot of positive things happening in Windsor Green, and definitely couldn't have been done without all the folks at A&I and our trade partners and the homeowners. They've been just so gracious as far as the coordinating and the response with us, and so we just feel really, really excited about where we are, and we hope everyone's going to have a wonderful holiday moving forward.
This Windsor Green Update was brought to you by A&I. For more information, visit carolinalive.com. And now for a Windsor Green Update, brought to you by A&I Fire and Water Restoration.
We couldn't be more excited about where we are to date. Our target date to finish is December 15th, which is going to put us finishing before the end of the year, and also allowing folks to move back in for the holiday season. And so couldn't have done it without all of our trade partners and our employees at A&I. Part of the process we're going through right now is we're contacting all of the unit owners in the buildings for their final walkthroughs, and all the feedback has been tremendous so far, and you can just tell the excitement is building. We're 2 to 3 weeks away from getting folks moved back in, and so it's just it's going to be an exciting again December for everybody involved in this process. The landscaping is ongoing right now. The landscaping company has set its irrigation lines, and so once those are set, they'll start working on the landscaping. So couldn't be happier, and look forward to celebrating everybody on that date when they get to move back in.
This Windsor Green Update was brought to you by A&I. For more information, visit carolinalive.com. And now for a Windsor Green Update, brought to you by A&I Fire and Water Restoration.
So here we are 9 months later, and we're very excited about where we are. We're handing the keys back over to the management company. We're extremely positive and excited about where we are. And again, could have been done with a lot of great folks, including all the unit owners, and I know they're excited to get back home. Obviously, the deadline for us, our goal for us, was really the holidays, and so we achieved that, and so we're excited, and I think they're excited. Obviously, if you go back to the time the fire happened and look at it now, and you go back and you look at some of the photos, we've done some time-lapse videos, look at the photos. It's really inspiring, and again, goes to a lot of great people that were involved in the process, and so it's good for the community, it's good for our area. When they move back in, if they still have questions, A&I is a local company, we're going to be here. That's the great thing about this process and us being involved, is we're right around the corner, so if there's still questions that remain, we're here to answer any of those questions.
This Windsor Green Update was brought to you by A&I. For more information, visit carolinalive.com.